Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Spydico64, and welcome back, everybody, to once again to yet another NASCAR 164 scale diecast review. And here for today's 164 scale diecast review, we're going to be here today, folks, to have a look at and review here today at Myatt Snider. No. Oh, wait, hold on. Excuse me, Anthony Alfredo. Dang it. Justin Allgaier. Oh man, not again. Okay. Joking aside, no, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be here today to have a look at and review here today at Alex Bowman's number 48 Ally Financial Chevrolet that he ran in the first portion of the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season. And I'm actually going to, explain as to why I got this particular diecast, but we'll go ahead and get into that here in a minute. But, as always, let's go ahead and have a quick look-see here at the box. Of course, obviously, here's the 2026 box. We're all familiar with this box. It says NASCAR Cup Series 2026, 100 Motorsports, Alex Bowman, diecast body, chassis, ages 6+. Same stuff on the other side, and there you go. But yeah, now I did joke in the beginning of the video about the different drivers that drove this car because, yeah, this particular car right here, this particular paint scheme for Alex Bowman, the Ally Financial scheme, is supposed to be his primary for 2026, until they changed it into a different purple car, because, in the early part of the season at COTA, Alex Bowman was out for a couple of weeks, or I guess a good month or so, after he suffered vertigo symptoms. And, of course, multiple drivers hopped into his cars from, literally Myatt Snider to Anthony Alfredo, Justin Allgaier, and, of course, obviously you got Alex Bowman himself right here. Now, I got this particular car right here, the biggest reason being because I actually did see this car and actually took a picture of it at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And I honestly got to say, we haven't really taken a look at an Alex Bowman diecast in such a long time that I kind of figured, why not go off ahead and let's actually make an Alex Bowman and actually do an Alex Bowman race win or Alex Bowman review, because they never made the 2024 Chicago win and they never made the race win version of that. And yeah, literally, this is, I think, the first Alex Bowman diecast I picked up in quite a number of years. So that right there is kind of crazy, if I got to honestly say that. But anyways, though, take a closer look, though, at the diecast itself right here. Again, I really do, I got to say, I really do love this Ally scheme that Ally went with this year. Of course, obviously, you got this turquoise green or blue color right here in the front. And, of course, obviously, you got the different shades of purple going across. It's an honest, really good-looking Ally car. Now, my favorite Ally car that Bowman has driven has to be the 2021 scheme that he ran back. I didn't mind the 2022 version. Everybody apparently hated that one. I don't know why. And then also, what was it called? Then there was, of course, obviously the, what was the other one? There was the one he ran in 2024, which I thought looked pretty cool. And then last year's was basically like an old black scheme for Bowman. But I really do love the way that this really looks all the way around the car and such. Of course, obviously, there's a lot of rumors and speculation about what Alex Bowman's future is going to be driving the 48. If I gotta say this, I do think he'll be back for one more season. And I gotta be actually kind of quite honest here with you. This is also kind of another one of the reasons why I wanted to pick up this car, was just because this maybe could be, I mean, I don't know, could be one of the last few Alex Bowman diecasts that we could get. But we really don't know what his plans are for next season, so yeah. But anyways, though, let's go down here and let's just get into the sponsors. So, on the windshield banner, it does say, of course, Chevy, or it does have the bow tie. It says Bowman. Of course, obviously, it just says A right there for Ally Financial. I remember when it just used to say all right there in the front. It just used to say Ally. Of course, you got the hood louvers right here. Here's that new Chevrolet front end. And, of course, this is the new Chevrolet front end. Of course, you could see how it droops down like that. and it droops in the inside right here as well, so you can also tell right there. Anyways, it says Hendrick Motorsports, number 48, Finical. You got Goodyear, which is trace in blue. Goodyear Eagle tires right there with the rubber tires. NASCAR Cup Series number 48, Ally, Do It Right. You got the Foam Energy gas cap ring right there. You got HendrickCars.com, Valvoline, Alex Bowman, and then on the B pillar you got Chevy, Exalta, Cincinnati, Freightliner, McTool, Siemens, number 48, Ally, Do It Right. It says Chevrolet on the back right there, which still kind of looks weird to me. Anyways, you got Ally, Do It Right back there. And it says back here, the bank that's your Ally. Ally Bank, member, FDCHC, Chevrolet. You got this, I don't know if that's a paint chip or not, but you got that random blue line, Valvoline, number 48. I don't like how the way this looks right here. You got a big old paint chip right here. Wow, that's a big old paint chip kind of right there, so that doesn't look all that great. This kind of car kind of came a little bit, sort of, had some chips and all that such, which, yeah, that's not great at all. But for the most part, I mean, it looks good on this side, and there's another look at the car if you wanted to see that. Basically, of course, you got that die-cast metal chassis right there. So yeah, a little bit of a kind of a quick random kind of die-cast review here today. I really wanted to get this car, since it did, since I saw it at Vegas, and all that such. And actually, jokingly enough, I was gonna label this a Justin Allgaier review, but however, though, I decided, no, I'm gonna actually label it an Alex Bowman review because, I don't know, unlike many other fans that aren't, there seems to be this really discourse surrounding Alex Bowman, where, of course, obviously, I mean, people, maybe I won't say hate, but there is a strong group of fans out there that aren't really particularly fans of Alex Bowman and say that he's just a terrible driver. Now, look, I mean, is he on par with his teammates in the HMS? No, I don't think he's on par with them, but even, to be fair, HMS this year hasn't really been all that good. Chase Elliott has been the only one that's been winning. William Byron has just been not good this year either. And Kyle Larson is just non-existent this year. Too busy over here worrying about Carson Hocevar and him calling him an 8-year-old. And saying he's immature and all that such, which is like, really, dude? Like, I don't know, Kyle Larson, you said some pretty dumb shit on the internet back then. I'm just saying. But with that being said, though, yeah. But I don't know. Alex Bowman, I always had a soft spot for Bowman, in all honesty, though. Always had a soft spot for him. And I really do want him I really do want to see him to do well. Now, I will admit, though, his bid to go over to the 48 next year, I do kind of think, though, that is in question. And, hey, it really is kind of obvious here that, hey, Hendrick Motorsports, they got Corey Day coming up into the ring. And, you know, there's a lot of discussion about Corey Day, whether or not he's going to go up to the Cup Series next year. But I really honestly do think Bowman's going to get one more shot in the 48. And we'll kind of have to sort of see from there. But that's really going to do it here for today's diecast review here, guys. Unfortunately, there's not really too many other diecast reviews I have here. This new shipment that was supposed to come out today has not come out. It hasn't come on Circle B diecast, so we might be suffering a little bit of delay here, but we'll just have to sort of wait and see on that. But overall, though, guys, if you're an Alex Bowman fan, I definitely would recommend you get this car. And this car, I do think, actually is kind of starting to disappear a little bit on some sites or even on some sellers, if I got to be honest here. But yeah. But with all that really kind of being said, though, in mind, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Hopefully, we'll have more diecast review here soon enough. And yeah, we'll see all of you in the next video. See you all later.